Let's turn that on. Tracking is on. And we're going to talk the Thomson Gateway. Okay. So from seeing your docking, there are some nice advice I got from Sanderling that helped me a lot. And I can share it with you. And I can show you so you can practice on that, and it will change everything really quickly too, once you realize.
Audrey has jumped to Super Cruise.
So the main problem you have with docking is that the screen is filled with visual references that you are not using, and you're focusing on the beep beep, the thing at the bottom that goes beep 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 beep. That is only for the last second. When you focus on it the whole time and not using whatever is outside your ship to help you stabilize and stop on top of the pad, right? So the best advice I got from Sanderling for docking is look outside. 看外面，不要看那个比比船型的，看外面 the whole time, right? Look outside, just like parking a car. Right? When you drive, when you want to park your car, you don't look at the dashboard, right? You look at the parking spot and you look outside, right? So those are the two things you didn't do. You didn't look outside enough, and you didn't look at the parking spot, right? You're looking at air, right? And so you don't know, whether you should go forward or backward, or left or right, right? You have to look at the spot. You don't have to do it this way, but I find that like what I'm about to do is the easiest way to dock FA off when you're not used to it, when you're not sure, where the middle of the pad is. And what's going to be funny is when I try to show you right now that I screw it up too. Right? Because that always happens, right? When you try to show people how to do things, that's when you screw up and make mistakes.
Left Super Cruise close to Orbis Starport, Thomson Gateway.
You're 14. So what you usually do is you try to tether, like I see from the video, right? You try to tether the station when you're in front of the station. You don't have to. You can start tethering right now. Even though you're not in the center, just get in the habit of stabilizing it right now, right? Even though I'm not in front of it, right? You see that? It's not a circle, right? It's oval. But you can already try, so you can approach the station after you stabilize. You don't have to go all the way here, right? So what I saw you from the video is you go all the way here until it's a circle, and then you try to stabilize, right? And then you go forward. That is fine. but you don't have to, right? So if you do it this way, you're going in the shape of an L, right? You go in, sideways, and then you go in. But if you stabilize on the side, you can go in at a 45 degrees angle, which is faster, and you're still stable, so you're not gonna crash, okay? So I'll go in, and all these things that you're doing is already very good. Like I see that you're not wobbling, you're not doing this, right? You're already very stable. So I only make this video for you for talking. Everything else you're doing a perfect job. Okay? I'll turn that light off. I don't like the light on. 14. It's 9 o'clock. Right here, I will already deploy my gear. After I clear the slot, I don't want the gear to catch the slot. So after I clear the slot, I'll deploy my gear. And then in 14, and you notice, okay, I'll do it once, your way, and then I'll do it my way, and you can compare, okay? So what you do is you will come to 14 like this, right? And then you will go down until you see the beep beep, and then you focus on the beep beep. Like right now, you would look at the beep beep too much. You will look at it, oh, forward, oh, left, forward, oh, backward, forward. And it's really hard when you do that. No. Concentrate, right? You see how the whole time you do not see the parking spot. You only see the building in front of you. Right? And then you see the next building, the next pad from your video, right? Your crosshair, look at that the whole time. Right? And you do not see the parking spot, right? That is why it's so hard, okay? So for me, how I do it, I do it like this, look. I'll go back. For me, right? Okay, 14, okay, I see 14. Okay, what I do is, the whole time, I will point the ship down, and I will look at the spot, and you will see a circle in the middle of the parking spot, right? And I will tether to that circle, and then pull up and tether to the shields in the back. I'll show you what it means. Yeah. So when I dock, I'll do this. I look at the circle, see the circle? I look at the spot. Okay. The whole time I see the circle. And then when I'm not, you hear the beep beep, right? The beep beep, I don't look at it. I don't look at the beep beep at all. I look outside, kind of what I mean. Right? And you see the circle, and you know you're about to finish when you're above the circle. Now when I'm above the circle, I still look outside, okay? What I'm looking at this. See this line in the middle? This thing. You see 3 lines? So I know I'm center, right? If I'm not center, it look like this, right? See? So you cannot dot like this, right? So you see how this line is like an airplane, like a runway. You see this? So if the outside look like this, then I know I cannot dot, right? And if the outside look like this, I know I cannot dot, right? So what I try to do is make the picture look center. The whole time look outside, okay? So you look at the rectangle, and it looks center, right? Like a runway, like airplane. Right? So I come in like this, and sometimes I come in like this, right? And then I know I cannot dot like this. But if I keep going forward, and yawn, whatever, until the center line, see, goes at the center. So now I know at least I'm center. I don't know how much forward or backward, but I'm center, right? Now, right before I want to go down, I'll pull the ship up a little bit, the nose, and without moving the ship, right? Now on this particular, I thought already, sorry, I can't keep talking. Okay, let's do it again.
You have a
Let's do
limpet
it.
controller, but are not carrying any limpets.
When you see how easy and gentle it is, right? When you line up the middle, you just let it down. Let's do it again.
Disengaged from local networks.
It's the same with undocking. Sometimes you undock over here.
You have a
like,
limpet controller,
and then
but are
you do
not
a lot
carrying
of
any limpets.
corrections and like, don't just treat it the same as docking. Right? Instead of docking the pad, you're docking the slot, right? So you make the slot center, right? Just like a landing pad. So you try to play with it until you can see the whole. You see those rings? The 3 rings are 1, 2, 3. You see the 3 rings? You make it so that you see all 3 of them. See that? Like that.
Landing gears already retracted.
And then you know you're in the middle. So if you're too high, you won't see all 3 of them. You will see the side, but you won't see the top. If you're too low, then you don't see the lower part of the ring. To go out, see all of the rings here. Like that. That's the middle. Right? So you know that. Okay, so let's come into dock again. And this time it's different. This time it's 16. It's not 14.
Landing
green
pad
light.
16
So say
is at
going
10
in,
o'clock
you try to see all
as
the
you
rings
enter with the green lights on your right.
as best as you can. Sometimes you don't see all of them. Like the right side right now I don't see. But I have to be careful with the Type 7, right? So I stick to the right. But you see how the top and the bottom I see all 3 rings? And that's only for the Viking, right? If you're in a Type 7, you will be higher. So 16 is right there. So at this point I key down, right? Because I clear the ring. And then what I do is I'll try to make that rectangle look exactly the same as before, right? And see the whole time I look at the circle. You see a circle? Right? And then I try to make it in the middle, like this, so it looks like, so it doesn't look like this, and it doesn't look like this, right? It doesn't look like this. Right? I try to make it so that like I'm landing an airplane, right? Right in the middle, in this. And then I'll approach the circle, not too low. If you're too low, the landing gear will catch this, and you'll crash. Okay? So not too low. High like this, like 45 degrees. Look at the circle, come down until I don't see the circle, so I don't see it, and then I'll pull up. And then I'll put the dot, like I'm trying not to move the dot, so this is like tethering, just like before, so like the dot is here. And then I pull up and move the dot, and I notice that the dot should be somewhere here, right? So keep the dot there, right? And then go down, and now you look at the beep. Now you look at the beep. Right? Forward, when you talk.
Complete.
Right? So only look at the beep at the last second. The whole time you look outside.
Reminder:
and
you have a limpet controller, but are not
help
carrying
you
any
when you're
limpets.
docking. And besides docking, everything else is already very good. So you're ready. Welcome to Ninja's Gambit, dude. See you later. Bye bye.
Maximum fuel.